Hi, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talking Timepieces, where we talk about watch collecting and horology. Today, I'm going to talk about something fun I encountered in my online shopping travels. I purchased a few robot stands from a company called Machine Planet out of China, and they sent them along with watches. I didn't expect them to be sent with watches, but they came with the SMAEL quartz analog hand watch. I've looked into it, and the SMAEL is actually a little bit of a cult watch in and of itself. So I thought today we would take a look at the little robot stand and the free watch that came with it. So let's flip the camera around and take a look. So here we are up close with the Machine Planet robot and the SMAEL watch. I ordered this Machine Planet robot online. It's available Ali.com and all that, Alibaba and the like, but essentially it's a little robot model, and I bought it as a watch stand. The company actually must be, I forget who I got it from. The paperwork I got is literally incomprehensible to me. If you read Chinese, let me know, but it's actually quite a nice little model. The big problem is, like I said, everything is in Chinese, with the exception of, I think up here, it says mechanical party. I guess it is a mechanical party if you are into that kind of thing. And notice how they show it with a G-shock in the description here. It's got some interesting little features, but essentially it's a little robot model, and I ordered it to put watches on, and it actually came with a watch. It came with this SMAEL watch, and I heard of SMAEL, but I didn't really think about getting one. I mean, the watch only costs about $20 online. Well, let's take a closer look at this since I took the watch off really quickly. Isn't that nice? I like it. I mean, of course, it's not an MB&F, but then again, it costs a tenth of what an MB&F costs. And since it is a robot kit, a robot puzzle, you could take it all apart and reorganize it to look however you like. There are other robots in the series. I encourage you to check them out. They're actually a very cool way to display the watches that you don't have to worry about winding, like this SMAEL. So let's bring the stand and put it down and give it a nice zoom in so we could take a look at what the SMAEL looks like up close. Now, if you see, it's got a lot of interesting things going on. It's got a couple of sub windows, I should say, a quasi subdial that is a hand, that little red thing. Frankly, it's doing something. It's been beeping at me over the last few weeks, and I honestly don't know what is running on it. I've pushed the various buttons, and because it didn't come with a manual, I tried looking online, and there are a couple of YouTube channels, but frankly, I don't care. I put it in a room where I can't hear the beeping, and I leave it alone. Frankly, for $20, you could literally just use it as the analog clock display, rugged looking, cool looking, big beefy watch, and be done with it. I imagine if you actually learned how to use all of these functions, you'd be much happier with it, but I'm not into big plastic quartz watches, but I can understand those who would use it. Frankly, if I were going to like a 3-day weekend rock concert in the middle of the woods and I'm camping, I would probably wear something like this, because even with my beater watches, I wouldn't take into certain environments. And this is the kind of watch I wouldn't just feel good about taking anywhere. I'd feel comfortable and confident taking anywhere, because there's nothing you could do to this watch that you'd regret. For $20 at the worst case, you buy a new one. But it is chunky. I bought 3 of these stands, and they each came with a watch, and I gave 2 of them away to friends, and they love them. Here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit more. You see, so it's got some interesting things going on here. It's got this, that's an actual analog hand. Like I said, I didn't bother to look up all the things that it can do. But for example, if you push the mode button, it does cycle through. Let me back up a little bit. If you push the mode button, it does cycle through various things. And I imagine if you took the time to learn, you could become a SMAEL watch ninja and really get your value. Well, considering it's 20, any value you get out of it would be nothing but net. Let's get another closer look at this, and then we'll do a little wristwatch check. So looking at this, we've got I don't even know where I could measure from. I'm going to measure from right above one of the pushers to right above one of the other pushers, and I'm getting 48 millimeters. That's a huge piece. So if you go from pusher guard to crown guard, we're looking at 56 and a half. And then thickness wise, it's 18 and a half. I don't think we have to worry about the lugs. This is a push button for a backlight. It's an interesting little piece in that sense. It does have a metal back plate. It says SMAEL on it with the little QC sticker. I've heard this has got terrible QC issues, but I didn't see any from the 3 that I got my hands on. Yeah, so I can see why people, have formed a following on this watch. Like I said, the friends that I gave the watches to really, really like them. One of them's a tennis instructor. He says all of his students, the kids, love the watch. They think it's fantastic. So talk about bang for your buck. This is, I would say, easily worth watches that cost 5 times as much. I've seen $100 watches that aren't as nice as this. So here we go. Oh, wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Speedmaster. This is a man on the moon. Shout out to Paul Pluta. Speedmaster, it's a Hesselite with the steel back. I've done a video on this on how it's such a strap monster. I'm wearing it right now on a really nice NATO with, well, actually, I cut all of the straps off of my NATOs to make them Zulus, because I don't like the extra pass and I don't want to do some kind of extra folding thing, and for $20 I'll cut the strap. But the Speedmaster, great piece. Definitely should add it to your collection. So here we go. Let's put this one on. Like I said, I've got about a 60 millimeter wide wrist. I don't do circumference because my, people's wrists are different shapes, but I'm 60 millimeters roughly top to bottom on that. And that looks nice. I like the buckle. It's cute, nice and robust. The strap is, it's obviously kind of cheesy plastic, but it's not very cheesy. It feels good. It's got a nice look to it. It's got all kinds of interesting language on it, water resistant. I would imagine a plastic strap should be. But in all, it's a really good looking piece. So especially, like I said, when you consider the price point, this is definitely a watch I wouldn't feel bad wearing myself, because it looks good. And the bottom line with a watch, the old saying, face, case, and movement, this tops out in the face. When you think about a sport watch, the face is spot on. The case decent quality plastic, metal screws where either they should be or they're cosmetically useful, mineral glass crystal, so it's not the strongest, but it's not a complete hunk of junk. And this was made in July of this year. So when you consider, it's a really nice little piece. So, yeah, that's the SMAEL. Nice little piece, totally worth 20 bucks. And I think it's going to be my go-to stocking stuffer for people around the holidays next year at this time. And this is the last of the shows that I had set up at the end of the last year. I'm just finishing up some editing, but the next episode that we show, we're going to be giving away a copy of my book. You all take care, and we'll flip the camera around and close out. So that was the SMAEL watch and the Machine Planet watch stand, a cute little thing for watch collectors to and non-watch collectors to smile and laugh a little bit at. Although the SMAEL is a significant watch at its price point, and I can see why it has picked up such a cult following. So again, thanks for taking the time to be with me. I appreciate it. And please subscribe. It's a hobby channel, so I don't post regularly, but if you subscribe, then you'll know when there's new content up. So thanks for taking the time to be with me. Have a great day.